We have all been there. You know the feeling. That job you were perfect for, that project you poured your heart into, that opportunity you thought was a total lock, and then, slam. The door just shuts right in your face. Rejection, right? It's something we all go through. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? Let's dive into that and maybe find a new way to think about failure.
Alexander Graham Bell absolutely nailed it with this one. It's that magnetic pull of regret, isn't it? We get so completely fixated on the door that just shut, the sound it made, how final it felt, that we're literally blind to all the new doors popping open all around us.
Yeah, I bet that sounds familiar. But here's the little twist we're going to unpack today. The most important part of that whole experience isn't the rejection itself. It's not the slam. No, it's what you can learn from the echo that it leaves behind. So when that door slams, what's our first instinct? We fixate on the outcome, the big fat no. We just replay that moment over and over in our heads. We feel that sting of rejection, and we treat it like it's the final word. But it's this passive way of dealing with it, this just staring at the closed door, like Bell warned us about, that really keeps us stuck.
Okay, so here's the crucial shift we need to make. We have to move from just passively experiencing failure to actively analyzing it. Real growth doesn't come from just collecting a bunch of battle scars. It comes from understanding exactly how and why you got them in the first place. Let's see what that actually looks like.
And this is the absolute core of the idea from Dr. Anant Sardesmik. See, the wisdom isn't just in the fact that the door closed. The real wisdom, the real gold, is in figuring out the mechanics of it. Why this door? Why right now? Why did it shut in this particular way? That is where the lesson is hiding. So, for our purposes here, let's kind of redefine wisdom. It's not some badge you get for just surviving a setback. Think of it more like a tool that you forge by taking that setback apart, piece by piece, so you understand how it works. That way you can navigate things so much better next time. It's an active process, not a passive one.
This chart really just lays it all out, side by side. Look, on one hand, you've got the passive approach, right? It's all about regret, seeing failure as this final dead end and just kind of accepting it. But then look at the other side, the active approach. Wow, it transforms everything. Regret turns into reflection, a setback becomes a springboard, and a simple outcome becomes a treasure trove of valuable lessons.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? How do we stop just staring at the door and start, inspecting it? Well, this is where we get practical. We're going to move from the abstract to the actionable with a real framework you can use.
I love this metaphor because it really forces you to look closer. To make this real, let's picture a startup founder. We'll call her Alex. She just pitched her big idea to investors, and they rejected it. The door slammed shut. Now, instead of just feeling defeated, Alex decides she's going to understand the hinges, the lock, and the people involved.
So this framework gives us 4 key areas to dig into. First, Alex analyzes her prep work, and she realizes, her market research was pretty thin. She didn't have the hard data to back up her claims. That's a capacity issue. Second, communication. Looking back, her pitch deck was kind of cluttered, and she couldn't really articulate her 5-year vision clearly. The message just got lost. Third, expectations. Alex was looking for funding for an idea. The investors, they were looking for a product that already had users. Total mismatch. And finally, the people. After a little digging, Alex found out the lead investor had recently been burned by a really similar company. That made them extra cautious. See, that context changes everything. And when you do this kind of really honest analysis, something amazing starts to happen. For Alex, that rejection is no longer a personal failure. It's a data-rich diagnostic report. The closed door stops being this big, scary wall and starts to look a whole lot more like a springboard, a platform she can use to launch her next, much stronger attempt.
Because this whole process gives you these incredible tools. You start to see recurring patterns in your own approach. You gain a perspective you just couldn't have had otherwise. You pull out these concrete, actionable lessons like, okay, I need to strengthen my market data, or I've got to simplify my pitch. And maybe most importantly, you build real long-term resilience, the kind that isn't afraid of the next closed door, because now you know exactly how to learn from it. So let's bring all this together. The entire point of inspecting that last door is to help you find and unlock the next one. It's all about taking that hard-won wisdom, that diagnostic report we talked about, and making it work for you. So I want to leave you with this question to think about. Go back to a big closed door moment in your own life. If you apply this framework to it now, what did it really teach you? How did that lesson, once you finally learned it, help you find the path that you're on today?
Because ultimately, that's the big takeaway here. Don't just mourn the door that closed. Study it, understand it, because hidden somewhere inside its mechanism, in the hinges, in the lock, in the key, is the exact information you need to open the right door next time.
The core ideas we've talked about come from the work of Dr. Anant Sardesmukh, who wrote From Idea to Scale, The Startup Journey. His work is a great reminder that with the right mindset, every single ending is really just the blueprint for a brand new beginning.
Have you read the book From Idea to Scale, The Startup Journey, and the Marathi one, Udyog Yashogatha? If you haven't read it, please read it and come back to me with your feedback.